All praises, all power, all glory to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem Rakaha Kodash, Yahweh, being the name of the Father who the world only calls God, Yahweh, meaning He exists, Bahashem, in the name, Yahushai, who the world even calls Jesus Christ. His name is Yahushai, meaning He is the deliverer, He saves. Bahashem, in the name, Rakaha Kodash, Spirit Holy. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who teach well and rule well, who taught me this truth. Peace and salutation to the Akyam, the fellow laborers, the hopeful elect, pushing this truth and risking their own lives through the four corners of the earth. To the Akwathiam, listen and learning in sincerity and in truth and in silence. Shalom. Akyam meaning brothers, Akwathiam meaning sisters. Shalom meaning peace be unto you. All right, we'll get right into it. See this article. Rice rationing begins in America after India bans exports. 20-pound bags soar from $16 to almost $50. Right? And then there's multiple articles. Londoners stockpiling pantry staple amid Indian rice export ban 17 hours ago. Restaurant owner says Indian rice ban like banning bread in America for some Windsorites 20 hours ago. 3 days ago, India's rice export ban leads to stockpiling in Canada and around the world. 19 hours ago, people seen panic buying rice as stores run out in the US after India announces export ban, right? And beginning with the elder apostles on down, the warning has been going out about the looming, coming shortage of food, right? And unless, matter of fact, let me just open with a scripture. Lamentations 4, verse 9, and it reads, they that be slain with the sword, right? The sword is a killing instrument. The modern day sword is the gun. They that be slain with the sword are better than they that be slain with hunger, right? It's better to die death by violence, death by the sword, death by the thumper, the clapper, than it is to starve to death, man. For these pine away. Pine away. What does it mean to pine away? Your body eats itself. It's a slow, long, arduous, painful process. Your body eats itself. Then your organs start to shut down. Let's look at this word pine. Right, and this is what's coming to this place, man. You know what I mean? A shortage of food. Scarcity. Right? And people bug out. What's the commercial? You are not you when you're hungry. Right? People are going to bug out. Let's look at this word, pine away. In the Hebrew, pine away. Strong's H2100. Salakia.
Strong's H2100. Zuv.
To flow, gush, issue, discharge, flow, gush, to die, pine away, figuratively. Right? To die, pine away. Strong's. A primitive root to flow freely as water, i.e., specifically to have a sexual flux. Figuratively, to waste away. Right? Pine away. Right? Waste away. Right? Your body consumes itself. Your organs shut down. brain fog, you can't think, right? Stricken through for want of the fruits of the field, right? For the want of food, for sustenance, man. 10th verse. The hands of the pitiful woman have sought in their own children. This is going into the siege. This is what the daughters of Zion did to their own children, right? Sought in their own children. Sought means to boil. These women boiled their own children. They were their meat in the destruction of the daughter of my people, right? These women ate their own kids. Let's go to that account in it's 2 Kings 6, verse 29, verse 25. 2 Kings 6, verse 25. And there was a great famine in Samaria, right? And behold, they besieged it until an ass's head was sold for 80 pieces of silver, right? This is how terrible this famine was. A donkey's head was sold for 80 pieces of silver, and the fourth part of a cab of dove's dung for 5 pieces of silver, right? Dove's dung, bird shit. And as the king of Israel was passing by upon the wall, there cried a woman unto him, saying, Help my lord, O king. And he said, If the Lord do not help thee, whence shall I help thee? Right, and this is how you know our forefathers knew that everything was of the Lord, man. Good and bad, good and the bad. The king said, if the Lord ain't helping you, how am I going to help you? Right? Out of the barn floor or out of the winepress? And the king said unto her, What aileth thee? And she answered, This woman said unto me, Give thy son that we may eat him today, and we will eat my son tomorrow. Right? So two women made an agreement. We eat your son today, and then tomorrow we eat mine. Right? Verse 29. So we boiled my son and did eat him. Right? This is in the scriptures, man. Pastor Porkchop's not talking about these scriptures. Pastor Porkchop and Bishop Sausage not bringing out Bishop Sausage. They're not bringing out these scriptures. How the daughters of Zion ate their kids, boiled their kids. So we boiled my son and did eat him. And I said unto her on the next day, Give thy son that we may eat him. And she hath hid her son. Right. So that was her grief. That was her grievance. We boiled mine and ate mine. Now it's time to eat yours, and you hid yours. That was her grievance to the king. Right? And the times we're about to go into, the scriptures say, a time like no other. Right? So these accounts, scriptures say, what was written aforetime was written for our learning. Let's get that real quick. So these accounts, these historical accounts contained in these scriptures, what's coming is going to surpass all of these accounts. Romans 15 verse 4. For whatsoever things were written aforetime were written for our learning, that we through patience and comfort of the scriptures might have hope. Right? And these scriptures are roadmap. These scriptures is comfort. These scriptures are history, the laws, statutes and commandments, prophecies. Right? And prophecy says people gonna eat each other out here, man. Prophecy says people gonna starve to death out here. Right? Let's close. Leviticus 26. right? Rice rationing. This is just the start. Leviticus 26, right? Listen, man. And all the naysayers and scoffers for years upon years, looking at you like you're a madman when you tell them people gonna eat their own children or eat one another out here. Cannibalism. They look at you like you're crazy, right? People are going to see and witness cannibalism in America. Leviticus 26, verse 26, and it reads, "And when I have broken the staff of your bread," right? Famine comes, the Lord did it. Right? The Lord's saying here, when I have broken your staff of bread, when I've done away with your food supply, 10 women shall bake your bread in one oven. Right? 10 women and one loaf of bread in one oven. And they shall deliver you your bread by weight. Salakia. And they shall deliver you your bread again by weight. Right? Food rationing, man. We can only eat so much today. Right? One slice of bread. One modern day slice of bread to split between 3 people, 4 people. And ye shall eat and not be satisfied. Right? You're going to eat a little bit and you're still hungry, man. That's food scarcity. Not enough food. More people than there is food to go around. Right? Right? Because food perplexity. Right? The money, the money's, the money's done. Right? Job perplexity. Job woes. Right? And this man's on the record telling you now they're talking about now you're hearing the rumblings of UBIs, man. Universal basic incomes, right? Because AI is taking away all the jobs. People are gonna be in a pitiful case out here, man. Sirach 40, verse 9. Death and bloodshed, strife and sword, calamities, famine, tribulation, right? And great tribulation come in this place. And the scourge means the whip, right? These things are created for the wicked, right? 2/3 of our people, these heathen nations, right? Lord willing, we're the hopeful elect, right? Because you're going to need Yahweh in the days that are coming. And for their sakes came the flood. Another scripture came to mind. Isaiah. Because the Lord's elect are going to eat, man, right? Think of the accounts of Elijah, right? In the wilderness, ravens came to feed him. Think of the accounts of Daniel in the lion's den, right? The Lord's going to do miracles for his elect. Lord willing, we're of that number. Isaiah 65. Isaiah 65, verse 12, that points to 13. Therefore will I number you to the sword, and ye shall all bow down to the slaughter, you 2/3, numbered to the sword. Because when I called, ye did not answer, right? And how's the Lord calling to you? How's the Lord searching? How is the Lord calling to Israelites through the mouths of the prophets? And what do the 2/3 do? They refuse to hearken. They buck up. Because when I called, ye did not answer. When I spake, ye did not hear, but did evil before mine eyes, and did choose that wherein I delighted not. Right? You continue doing your wickedness, man. Continue eating abominable foods, right? Worshipping idols, right? Committing adultery, calling on Jebus, not returning to the Lord Yahweh B'Shem Shai. Therefore, thus saith Yahweh power, behold, my servant shall eat. The elect, Lord willing, we're of that number. But ye shall be hungry. You 2/3 gonna starve out here, man. Right? You 2/3 out here gonna panic buy. Right? 2/3 are gonna make runs on the stores. Right? Look at these Elamites. Come on, let's continue. Isaiah 65 verse 13. Therefore thus saith Yahweh power, behold, my servant shall eat, but ye shall be hungry. Behold, my servant shall drink, but ye shall be thirsty. Right? The elect gonna eat in that day, man. Behold, my servant shall rejoice, but ye shall be ashamed. Right? And Lord willing, we are of the hopeful elect. We are of that number, man. Because the times that are coming, people won't listen, man. Scary times are coming to this place. A dark time is coming to this place. Right? Esau gonna look at you and present you with a solution. Say, come to the local FEMA camp. We have a bed and a hot plate for you. But you gotta take the C hip. Right? So with that, stay prayed up, pray without ceasing. Call Allah Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem Rakah Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of great Muslim who teach you and rule well. Shalom to the hopeful elect.